Welcome to Nature's Glory Cabin Off-Road. Today we are at the Byway Spring Event 2024 for the Daniel Boone Backcountry Byway. We recorded this on May the 9th. This is day one of 3 days. We're going to have a map pop up here the day we did. We went over Spas Creek, got a short video of Spas Creek. We did ColdIron today, got the full version of ColdIron, and then we looped back around and did Pumpkin Hollow home. So there's the map for that, and we'll have a little more detail later. And here we are backing out of the camper spot. You can see our banner on our little trailer if you ever see us out. We're running down through Callie's here, and we're going to meet up front with our group. Phil Schreider is going to be our leader. Samantha April is in the group. That's his girlfriend. And us, Mark and Anita, and Trent and Lisa McIntyre are behind us. And we're going to zip up here, and we're going to set up. You'll watch everybody. This is all sped up pretty quick. All of a sudden, boom, it just appeared. That's a Toyota Tacoma Bob pickup truck and a Land Cruiser. And Trent and I are both in TJs. And we're going to zip here and come on down to Highway 11/15. It's both down here on this end. We're going to turn right and go south. And we're going to head up to 613. We're going to turn left on 613 and head toward Spas Creek. Spas Creek's just a north-south connector to get to everything everywhere else. So here we are. A little map here shows getting out of Callie's, shows Highway 11, shows 613, and shows 613 continues on to the right to the gravel entrance of Spas Creek, and in Spas Creek we go up to 713. Here we are turning left on 613 here. We'll zip through here. This is only about a quarter mile long, give or take. When you get to the end over here, 613 continues right. Left would have been 599, and a lot of folks come off of Pumpkin Hollow, 599, and meet up with 613 here. So again, we're going to go right and continue on 613. There's not a stop at this stop sign, so we just go right on through it. Notice the signs. And then we're going to go right on down here, and we'll cut most of this out, and we're going to cut into Spas Creek here. There's a little gravel. It's right in that curve, so be careful. That's a blind curve. And I just left in the more exciting parts of Spas Creek, so we don't have a lot going on here. Didn't spend a lot of time on it. I say waste is never a waste. This is one of the deeper mud holes toward the beginning. There's a way around it if you don't want to go through it. There's a way around it to the right. And here's a downed tree. It's actually gone now as of this recording, but we go up and around it, a little bypass here. Back when the tree was, you really couldn't get through there, and a lot of us take this direction just for fun. We have a little Tacoma pickup truck with us. He doesn't go all the way. It starts to get pretty rough pretty quick after we get out of Spas Creek. ColdIron is, golly, I don't know, a 6, 7, 8 level ride. I'm on 35s now. This is the first time out on 35s. 5-inch lift. So we're here to shoot, and we're going to climb the chute here on Spas Creek. I think the guy's name's Brian in the little pickup truck. Continue on up the hill here in Spas Creek. And there's some ruts and some rocks going up the hill. And we have a drop off into a big mud hole here. It's been here for a while. Again, I think by the time you see this, this has been straightened out. There's been some trail maintenance by the time you see this. This was back in May. And you can see the water's fairly deep there. We had some rain. And once we get past this, there's some rocks on the hills and some ruts, and we're going to head out. We're done now with Spas Creek, and we're going to head out here to the end. First thing we're going to see is a little spot. I'm just going to show you. Make sure you make a left and stay on the trail right here at this spot, and go down the hill and head out to 713. We're going to make a right on 713 and head toward ColdIron, And a little map's going to pop up here. You're going to see where the entrance of ColdIron is on the map. It's down here on 713. 713 runs all the way over to US 460. And you see here we're on 713. We just got on it. You see the entrance to ColdIron. ColdIron Fork goes across to Highway 460. And we loop back around on 713 and head back. We'll show you that later. So here we are turning on to ColdIron Fork off 713. It's like most of them around here. It's a blacktop road for a ways. And when you get back in here, it rapidly deteriorates. Looks like not many people have been on it. It's a pretty hard trail and not a lot of people do it. I believe both the Toyotas are on 33s. They had to winch up this hill. Both of us TJs are on 35s. We got up it, but it is difficult. So I would say, depending on your equipment, a 35 is probably going to be your minimum tire with a lift in order to do everything. There's more than just this first set of ruts, and we're going to get to that pretty quick here. I'm showing all of this trail since I've never done this trail before, so you can see the entire trail. Like all trails, they have hard stuff and easy stuff. But I usually rate them for the hard stuff, because if you don't rate them for the hard stuff, it's misleading in my opinion. So we're going to cut right back through here and go through the brush. As you can see right now, it's really nothing very exciting. It's just brushy and overgrown. And there's going to be quite a bit of this. So we'll kind of let it go right there and listen to some music. All right, now we're starting to get to the excitement. Starting to get a little more rutted. We start to go up this hill. I didn't get any video sequences with the video camera, so I stitched together a bunch of my wife's photographs that, you know, show motion. So there's going to be a bunch of those with everybody coming up this hill because I didn't have the video camera. This is a pretty steep, rocky, and rutted hill. It wasn't even very wet on this day. But both of those folks had to pull line. Now they are on a lot smaller tires, and the Land Cruiser was approaching 7,000 pounds. So it was a feat getting up it. And they got up it, and there's nothing wrong with a little winch if you need it. So let's watch this sequence here and see how that goes. Because you can see this is the Tacoma first, and then it'll be the Land Cruiser after that.
Once you make the turn, love, you're going to want to be locked front and rear.
Copy.
But make the turn first. Alright, you can go ahead and lock in your front now. Done twice. I do. I think if you back down a little bit, where you're at, a little bit more, another 2 feet, and you gotta go from right there, I bet you got it. Yeah!
Ha! No winch! I thought I could do that.
Alright, now that we've cleared that first hill of obstacles, we're going to work our way toward the next big obstacle. However, there's another little spot right here in between. Gave Land Cruiser a little bit of trouble. And we had to work through that for a few minutes. And once we get through that, we head over to the next set of obstacles. Sometimes these big heavy vehicles, they do a lot more overlanding. So these tougher trails occasionally give it a little bit more trouble. But they get through it without too much work. They have lots of winches and lots of extra winch extensions and all that stuff, so they're good at getting out of spots. They've done this before. It's not the first time they've had to do anything like this, so they understand it. And I sped this up a little more than usual. So once we get through this, we're going to head on over to the next big obstacle that's on the other side, going down the hill. And if anybody's ever heard of ColdIron, they've heard of the rock on ColdIron. A lot of people try to come up it. It's harder to come up it than it is to go down it. Obviously, when you go down, you can just kind of fall off of it, but things can happen. This is also one of the trails that I damaged the TJ again on, and it's been out of commission since the spring, and it's still not back yet. Hopefully any day. And this is in September where I'm recording this. Excuse me, when I'm actually posting it. This actually was done on May the 9th of 2024. That's when all the video was created. You can't see the damage, but it was undrivable. Sent it home on a wrecker. And here we are. We're going to work through that same spot. We didn't have the trouble they did, but you got to remember, I weigh probably half as much, and much shorter wheelbase and higher off the ground, bigger tires. All that stuff makes a huge difference. You notice I just went right through it. Tires, lift, a lot of things go into how easy or hard something can be for you. So don't ever assume just because somebody else did it that you can. Of course, your skill level matters too. I've been driving this Jeep a lot, and I know it very well. Most of you all that follow me have seen me do everything on 33s to this point. This is the first time out on 35s. So I'm learning how to drive it on 35s. I think I was a little too hard on it, hence the reason that it I broke a few things. So we're working our way down. Obviously, you see how easy this is. We're going over here to the other side and working our way down to the last big obstacle. And we'll show that here in a minute, and we'll do it the same way we did the other one with photo sequences. And we'll be playing music through the rest of this to a point. So hope everybody enjoys this, and listen to the music and watch the excitement.
Driver love. Slow love, slow.
Skid plate. Rear bumper.
That's why I spent all that money on that crap underneath.
On Pumpkin Hollow, and I'll go get, I'll go get Brian's truck with him.
All right, sounds good. Whoever's gonna go straight to Pumpkin Hollow, just follow me when we get down here.
We're gonna go get Brian's truck, and we'll meet you somewhere on the trail in Pumpkin Hollow.
Sounds good. Once we get down to the end of ColdIron Fork, we end up on Bull Fork Road, which takes you right out to Highway 460 on the east side of, on the west side of Frenchburg. So we're going to come right out here to the main road. We're going to make a right, and we're going to loop back around on 713 like we showed in a map earlier, where we going to go straight over to Pumpkin Hollow and work our way back. Now I cut a lot of this out. I only left the fun part of Pumpkin Hollow in it, going up the hill, because it's smooth on the other side. It's not worth looking at. We're turning right here on 713 off of 460. We've done this a few times on other rides, so we're going to go right back here. This also has the entrance to Spauld's Creek. We're going to go right by Spauld's Creek and hook up with Pumpkin Hollow. We're going to see here on the map. If you'll see at the top up there, we're at 713. That's at the head of Spauld's Creek. And you see you go down a little further to Pumpkin Hollow. And then we're going to go all the way back, the same way we came, to Cowley's Campground. So here we are turning left onto Pumpkin Hollow. We're going to go back here a little ways and pick up the trail. And while we're doing that, everybody's going to catch up with us. And we're going to work our way to the other side. A little more music for a while. And once we get to the end of Pumpkin Hollow, there's some cabins here that you'll see when you get to the end. And we're going to work our way out to the main roads. And we're going to be on Pumpkin Hollow here a bit. And then we're going to turn left onto Lower Cane Creek. Don't want to miss that and turn the wrong way. Then we're going to go on down here to the next intersection. We're going to pick up Highway 599. And 599, if you recall earlier, is going to run us to 613. I think we have one more turn to make sure we get to the right spot. Let's watch this and see here. Yes, make sure you turn here to stay on 599. If you miss this, you're not on 599 anymore. And this gets us down to 613, where we went through earlier, first part of the day. And we're going to make a right on 613 here and head back to the campground area. So again, that just made a great big loop. We were out about half a day on this one. This was a short ride on the first day. These first rides sometimes are longer, sometimes are shorter. It just depends on who you can get back with. Hope everybody enjoyed this. Come back again, and we appreciate you. Thanks for watching.